Yeah. Hey everyone, how is everyone doing on this Wednesday night? Well, I'm sorry, I have been MIA for some time. A lot of things have happened in the past whole month or so, and here I am. How is everyone doing, huh? How's your week going? I I've been just spending a lot of family time, you know. What am I saying? I've been spending a lot of time with family. As you know, I went on vacation with my wife. First to Turkey, we went on a week vacation in Turkey. That was good. Have I lost my fucking voice? What the fuck is going on? I'm sorry. I apologize. Um, and then after that, we went to Hunza. Obviously, Hunza, Gilgit, my hometown, her hometown, where we were born, where we were raised, where we grew up, our childhood memories, friends, etc., etc. And I did spend some time with my cousins, my extended family, my old buddies. It was good, but it was also kind of you know very tiring. Because me and my wife were constantly just traveling from one place to the other. And at that point, I realized, I think she did too, um, that we were just like travelers. We were like travelers, basically, just like a tourist. I mean, we have a home in Hunza, but when you come to the next big town, which is Gilgit, which is where I grew up, where she was born, and we realized that we have obviously family there, extended family, and all that, right? And the whole trip in general was nice. It was amazing to basically just meet again with all my cousins, all my family, all my extended family, from my paternal side as well as from my maternal side. And I first of all, I thank you all for everything, your generosity, your love, and your everything towards me and my wife, and I don't want to get into too many details, because we also had some loss in the family, and I got worked up, and again, for the beloved soul, I thank you, every one of you, every one of my, like, my cousins, their wives, and my sisters-in-laws, and blah blah blah, and everyone for their well wishes and their prayers and their love and support, because that's what's needed in these difficult times for anyone, you know especially for my wife, because again, I don't want to get too much into details, but life is just too fucking short, dude. you know and for every human being out there, every living creature, Well, I can't talk to ants, or I can't talk to chimpanzees because they won't understand what the hell I'm saying. But the life on this planet is finite. And without getting too philosophical as to where the hell we go from here, that we don't know. And that's like the fucking black hole that the aliens have established, like the wall, I guess. The mystery, right? The biggest mystery on this fucking planet. Besides the fact that we are just like a freaking drop in the bucket of this sea of planets and stars and galaxies. And what I realized was that when I went to the mountains, and when me and my wife were up there in one of the pretty mountain wilderness towns, and I looked up and then I saw the stars, and for the first time after a long fucking time, because here in New York, you can't really see the sky because of the light pollution. And for a millisecond, I felt like a child. When I was growing up, I felt like a child. And I then basically asked myself, holy shit, so there's so many fucking stars up there. It's gotta be like some civilization like ours. It's gotta be. And then I just dropped that thought, and I said, okay, well, yeah, there may be, it's a possibility. Whatever Fermi paradox says that, right? Then what's the point? What's the fucking point? Because I won't be able to go up there in my lifetime. Nobody alive right now, nobody fucking alive right now would be able to go up there or have the ability or have the chance for any of these civilizations out there to visit us or us visiting them, right? And I think I beat this topic to death many times on my podcast. We just can't. The distances are too wide. It's just too far. Everything has been set too far apart. Obviously, for the reason that we don't start, bombing the planets. That's a possibility, right? And then that's the end of the fucking civilization, right? One civilization on one planet in the hands of, another civilization, another planet, right? But in any case, all right, let's not be political. Let's not be like the fucking, Martians versus fucking Earthlings, right? But a lot has happened. I'm sorry, I've been MIA. The hardest part, and I'm sorry, first of all, I have to apologize to my wife. My ever fucking never ending, my fucking, anger issues and all that, and towards this fucking world, and sometimes I project it to her, and and it's not healthy for us. But I love her, she loves me. And so, the hardest part, and this is the, this is what I actually got really uh, worked up when I was leaving Islamabad was that for the third time I'm leaving her, and I'm coming here, and we still don't know when she's gonna come here because we're still waiting for the interview, and it's still, pending, still pending. And although, I was with my mom and all that, and just like, I don't know, sometimes I feel like, and she feels that way too, and that, this is her home, and, it has been almost a month. It's our anniversary coming up now. Did I say a month or did I say a year? Well, a year, right? And she's still not here. And for a guy who's so impatient, you know, who is so impatient, and with OCD and whatever else I have, god damn it, it's very hard for me to not be with her. Yeah, you can say, yeah, oh yeah, she'll be here, you will be together, and blah blah blah, right? But this is the time for us to be together, and the whole year we've been married, almost, we only been together for like 2 months, literally, to be honest with you, and that actually sucks. And maybe, the fight before I left, and maybe that happened for a reason, because maybe she would hate me for whatever, so she doesn't feel to oh my freaking god, something hit my windpipe. I'm sorry, I apologize. that that she would somehow, you know feel this detachment from me, you know so at least she could say to herself, oh, wait a minute, what if, you know I have to, wait another whatever months, then maybe I can just tell myself, oh, maybe he, whatever, he's some angry guy, and maybe. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that I don't know. I just couldn't. I guess I just couldn't see her, off at the airport for the third time. At least not having any clue when she would be able to come. I was hoping that they would schedule her interview during this time, and while I was there with her, and it just the whole thing. Sorry, I'm just getting too much into to this life, but in terms of like our status, and her status, and her coming here, and just like it's just too much, it's just like. And then we were traveling from one place to the other, and then I had a fucking 2 o'clock flight in the morning, and it's like, oh my god, it's like, I'm not justifying me getting worked up and all that, but yeah, I mean, I am sorry, I love you, but it's just that it was just too much. I think it was just too much. I felt sometimes in the past, I felt it was too much, you know. And those countries are not easy. Those countries are not easy to actually, uh, despite the love and everything. And I'm not saying that I acted like a fucking asshole American, but maybe I did, and I'm sorry. I apologize. But it's just not easy. It's not easy to like act calm and stay calm when you have so many things going on. And I had a lot of work piled up, and I've been trying to like focus on that, while I'm back. Although, I was with family. My mom, she came with me, and then my brother, he came from Sweden. My father was here, as you all know. He came here before I left. So luckily, that actually gave me the support. My mom is still here, not with me. She was with me in my place, but she went to my sister's place today. Um, it was a good time overall, spending time with family. But at the end of the day, I have to then think to myself, talk to myself. I'm like, okay, where's my wife? Where's my significant other? Yeah, I miss her. I mean, I don't have to hide anything. I miss her, and she misses me too. And just, and especially this whole thing with, like, we have these immigrants coming into this country in New York, where we're treating them all this. I'm not against anything. I'm an immigrant. Everybody's an immigrant. Most of us are, especially, where we come from, right? But the point I'm trying to make is that it just makes me kind of like worked up. That, okay, I'm trying my best to get my wife here legally and everything, and I can't even schedule her interview, and that's the fucked up part, right? While, these people are coming through southern border, coming into this country, and they're being treated as like Hail Mary, whatever, and and I am just, that just makes me think. And sometimes those thoughts can be, in my head for time, and then I'm like, okay, so then what if she doesn't come here for another 6 months? What am I going to do? I mean, I don't want to sound like a desperate person, but hey, we are, I mean, yeah, I mean, she's my wife, and this is our home, and she needs to be here. But in any case, without sounding too fucking desperate, maybe I did, I'm sorry, I apologize, but I mean, logically, does it make sense that she should be here? I think so. We are married, and all her paperwork is in, and we're just waiting for the goddamn interview. All right, so in any case, hopefully, again, I have to say that I understand that, there are other people who are actually less fortunate than I am. But listen, man, all I need is her to be interviewed, and in the embassy, and then is that because of the big bureaucracy from the State Department, because they don't have people? I have no idea. So in any case, my mom is calling me. I don't know why, but I'm gonna call her after. Hold on a sec. Can you hold on, please? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to take this call. I don't know why she's calling me at 10:40 p.m. I'll be right back. All right, everyone. Okay, sorry. I apologize. There was a call from my mom. Everything's okay. She just got home. She's told me, and so where the hell I was? Where the hell I was? Where the hell was I? I was talking about my wife's case and all that, right? The whole immigration debacle, right? So then why is it taking so long? Obviously, it's, lack of resources. I think the State Department and all that, I think I understand that part, but I'm not asking for above and beyond. You know, all I'm asking is for my wife to be here. That's all. You know. So in any case, so without going on and on about this topic, but I think it's normal. I think I have every fucking reason to be angry, especially you know that we have people who just can just cross the border and you can come here and then and then I'm waiting for my wife. As much as many of you are in the same fucking boat, right, as me. So hear me out. Uh, I don't know. I just don't know whether, uh, and I'm hoping, I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to be too pessimistic. I'm trying to be skeptical, as always I am, is that hopefully her interview is scheduled sooner than later. All right. So let's just leave this topic there. All right. So again, I'm back. I'm back in New Jersey, and New Jersey is the same, man. It's fucking same, never changes. I have a lot of fucking work. Obviously it's all piled up. And money part is the biggest. This is the biggest part. All right. When you're running your own fucking business, the first thing you have to make sure, obviously, is your receivables, right? So that's very important. And in New York, people don't fucking pay you. They don't fucking pay you, dude. Even if you give them all your fucking services, they don't fucking pay you. That's what it is, and this is fucked up. I've been dealing with this for a long time. What do? You hire fucking accountants to go after the money, and they charge you like 30% of the receivables. No. But the point I'm trying to make is that this is the hassle that I've been dealing with for the past however many fucking years, many fucking years, dude. And I'm like, what? Especially, now I come back. I'm like, okay, so these people just owe me fucking money. They're not paying me, although I provided them the fucking services and it's in their terms, In any case, without getting too many details, but what I'm trying to say is, for all of you who want to start your own fucking business, you got to make sure that that you get your at least 50% up front. That's what I fucking ask for. But then the problem is after, right? That's the fucking problem, right? So yeah, I mean, this is the fucking hassle. Every one of us, whether you're an engineer or whether you're an architect or even if you're a contractor, all of us in the same fucking boat. These people don't pay us, and it's a fucking disaster. And then what do we do? What do you do, sir? You just do whatever the hell you need to do to get your fucking money. That's what it is. That's what it is. Left, right, whatever it is, sir. You got to do it. So I'm sorry. Maybe this podcast is a little too worked up, but life is too short. Life is too fucking short, and especially after what we have gone through, in the family, and I realize, man and woman, life is just too short. Life is just too short for anyone to actually, get worked up about I don't know. Like, okay, so if you ask me now, okay, so if you're saying that life is too short, but then you're getting worked up already, sir, then what's the point, right? Yeah, I get that, but there are things in life you need to be worked up about. Otherwise, you know what? You're gonna be like a fucking termite. Not a termite, sir. Termite actually carve through the fucking wood, and it does, and it becomes a fucking butterfly at the end, right? You gotta be like a fucking, what do you call, a depressed person. If if you don't talk about these things, if you don't, if yeah, I sound like a fucking angry person sometimes, but this is the energy you have to actually bring out from within yourself to say that. And I'm not trying to sound like a fucking typical American asshole, but it's not about being an asshole. It's about like being, what do you call, open about, like, about things. And one of the aspects of being open about things in your life is that actually, you just get a lot of things out of your fucking chest. And I'm not trying to be my own therapist on this fucking podcast, but maybe I am. Because the problem is that, the peace in life. Okay. Peace in life comes from what? Peace in life comes from people's from within. Okay, well, that, I don't fucking believe that. You know why? Because every time I look within, I see and I think about all these things that I'm worried about. See that? My wife's case, money that's not coming in, all right? Whatever else I have to worry about, right? These fucking worries, all right? Now, there's a trick to this. Yeah, those worries are there. Those worries are fucking genuine, all right? Now, the trick is to be in the fucking moment. And this is like, I don't know who said that. Somebody, I think this is the fucking psychology of whatever the fucking psychology book, right? Is that if you want to like have a peace for 1 minute, all right, in your life, let's say right now, right? Then what do you do? Well, you think about your worries, right? You think about your fucking worries and what you have to deal with tomorrow, and oh my god, you have to deal with, oh my god, I have to deal with this fucking asshole client, or I have to basically just get these drawings done, I have to do this and I have to do that, blah 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 blah, right? So either you do that, or there's a trick to this. Now what's the fucking trick? The trick is that, well, if you can do something about that right now, if any of those worries, you can do something about any of those worries, then do it now. Then I should get off my ass of this fucking podcast, do something, get the drawings done, this and that, right? But if I can't, if I don't want to, I can't, I'm just thinking about it, then the trick is to basically trick your mind to not think about it. And tell your mind that, listen, man, we understand you have all these fucking worries right now, but you can't do anything right now. What are you going to do, huh? So it's better to just not think about those things. You'll deal with the problem. Let's say tomorrow you have to deal with something, right? Then you'll deal with the fucking problem tomorrow. That's it. That's it. So that's how you trick your mind. All right. So that's one way to give some sort of a peace to your own mind. Because your mind, especially mind like mine, is always like fucking firing these fucking neurons, left and right. So, I'm sorry. I went from one topic to the other, from other to the fucking whatever. I'm all over the fucking place, but bear with me. So, I'm back in New Jersey, back to my fucking square one, and it's just, being by yourself, dude. Some people say, oh man, it's good to be by yourself and it's just nice, oh, you can do whatever the fuck you want and this and that, right? Another fucking extreme. The extreme of this fucking Western world, all right? Oh yeah, you can do, oh, you work and you earn fucking money and then you can do whatever the fuck you want, right? Now, what if you are just you and you don't have any fucking friends? You don't really have any, like, whatever, significant others. You don't have, like, it's all fucking pretentious. It's all like fucking pretentious. It's all fucking, what do you call, like, work bullshit. Oh my God. Then what? Yeah. That's what's called the Western world or fucking Japan. All right. So this is an individualistic society. Individualistic society means you are at your own, sir. All right. You are at your own. All right. Means nobody gives a fuck about you. I'm not saying that people don't give a fuck about you, but means, yeah, in a sense, people don't really give a fuck about you except when they need you for something. Or people who give a fuck about you would be your immediate family. Or maybe you have a friend who really gives a fuck about you. Yeah, that's the fucking truth, That's the fucking truth about the fucking Western world. Hear me out. All right? That's it. That's the fucking truth about the Western world. Now, I'm not bashing Western world for what it is, but I am. But then on the other hand, where I come from, it's all about family life. Now, there's another fucking disaster. Sorry. There's another fucking disaster because there's no, like, self. Means you don't have your own, like, life, especially uh, you are just too much into, like, fucking traditions and this and that, and just too many obligations, too much family time and this and that, and oh my fucking God, So you gotta find a middle ground where you say, listen, I like my family or my friends or my extended family and this and that, right? It's fine. But I like to have my own space, all right? When I like to, do whatever, means not whatever the hell I want, but means I have my own, I have my own self, and I have my own, space, and I like to do this and I like to do. I'm not saying that you act like a fucking lunatic, but sometimes you have to just, like, you have to, like, take a step away from that too, and here again, yeah, this like, the worst part about the Western world is that I don't know, you just lose your fucking soul in a sense that it seems like a fake world, like not a fake world entirely, but because nobody knows anyone, like nobody, it's just like a fucking, like for example, yeah, we have some family friends, we have known for some like many years and this and that, right? But then even that's like okay, but it's not like we hang out, it's not like we hang out like every week or every other week, or that's the whole fucking, like this supports the social support system. Oh, right, okay, so that's what I want to say. Social support system here sucks completely, absolutely fucking sucks, and is that why the Western world is falling apart? Is on the front of, like for example, uh, uh childbirth, and like declining population and all that. I'm not sure is that one of the fucking reasons, or people are just fucking you know not want to have any kids and all that, whatever the fucking circumstances. So yeah, here you are at your own for most part. Like for example, I would come tomorrow to my home right after work. I would go to work. I would come home tomorrow from work. Then I'll be here by myself. I won't be talking to anyone except for these fucking walls. And I'll probably do that for another 3 days, 4 days, until I don't know, meet my sister, right? I'm talking about like in terms of like normal, like day to day, my routine, right? And this is the fucking routine, everybody. It's just like, what is this? What kind of a life is this? If you think about it, all of you out there, who are listening to this, you think that this is like America, it's like the dreamland and this and that, but this is not the fucking dreamland. This is like a what do you call? It's like a cubicle. It's like a cubicle in a country like Japan. You know what cubicles in Japan are? Japan are people go to like fucking work. These especially young ones, right? Apparently they go to fucking work and they go back into their what cubicles in America means work cubicles, right? Like desks. But when I say cubicle means, I should say like studio apartments. So these people in countries like Japan, they go to fucking, work, and then they come back to their fucking extremely lonely life. Like they don't have any friends. It's the same thing here. All right. So I would reach out to somebody like, well, like friends that I feel like I should reach out to, right? I will reach out to them, and maybe I'm old enough to even do that, because I feel like, what if I die alone and this and that? But I'm talking about like these young people, right? And especially these days, everything is on the fucking internet, everything is online, chat, this and that, no, whatever, right? And then, so these people are in this fucking matrix. I think in Western world we're in this fucking matrix of like this pretentious to this world outside of let's say America or Japan or Europe or whatever, right? And where people in these countries, they're dying to come here, right? I understand for economic reasons, but but other than the economic reasons, there's no life here. To be honest with you, like okay, we have this and that, right? But but if you don't have any human interaction with other human beings in this fucking world, then you are living like a fucking robot. You might as well get one of those fucking like software robots, hardware robots from fucking Blade Runner, That's what it is. So that's what has become. I think I haven't been to Japan. Japan, I think, has become like that, and that's where nobody wants to like marry, nobody wants to have sex, nobody wants to have babies, and I think that's what's happening here too, slowly in America. And you all really still want to come to America? I don't know. Um, I think I went too deep into this discussion, right? But that I hope I don't fucking hope anything because who gives a fuck? I don't hope anything, to be honest with you. I shouldn't hope. Hope for what? This life is too fucking finite, you know? I just lost one of my family members here. So fuck all this. I don't hope for anything, all right? Because life is too finite here. Life is too finite here. Means you and I don't have a lot of time to think about this, bickering about that, and like be like worked up about that and this and that bullshit, fucking bullshit. Live your life the way you want to. All right, live your life the way you want to, and that's it. That's fucking it. You know, everything else is just like fucking secondary. You know, because the way you die, the day you die. Did I say the way you die? No, the day you die is gonna come. It's gonna fucking come. All right. So what I'm trying to say is that live your life, live your fucking life, and maybe make a list of this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. This is exactly what I wanted to do. Yeah. This. I mean, yeah, economics these days is just tough everywhere. Trust me. Hey, listen. I'm on fucking government loans. I am on government loans right now. All right. So if you ask me, I live in an apartment in New York and New Jersey and this and that, and I'm talking about like how miserable life is. Yeah, life here is miserable in a sense that it's an individual life without any fucking sense of connection to anybody. Like I don't know any of my fucking neighbors here. Yeah, except like these people who have a dog here, that's it. Maybe even then I don't, and that's the whole fucking this whole idea of like individualism that the Western world has promoted, and somehow reductionist mind and this and that. I think this is going to actually somehow be a contribution to the demise of the human civilization. I don't know. I don't think so. But I hope you get my point. Is that it's just like okay, so I'm going to like okay, I'm gonna finish my podcast and then what? I'm gonna go to bed tomorrow. I'm gonna repeat. It's like what is it like? Oh, sleep, repeat, live again. Wasn't that fucking movie with Tom Cruise and what's her name? Oh, live, die, repeat. Yeah, that's what this fucking world has become. Western world. For many people, who have no like fucking, what do you call, any other activities, no other like fucking, and they don't want to bother with anybody else because they feel like this world is just like so fucking individualistic and this and that, right? And I understand where they're coming from because they don't want to fucking bother with you because you are a fucking pretentious person who is acting like, I'm married now. I have this. I have a dog. I have so many fucking friends. And fuck you. You know what? Yeah, I don't have any fucking friends. Nobody bothers me. Right? And I don't have any fucking friends because whatever. All right? Oh, maybe they don't like me because I'm from Pakistan. Huh? How about that for a change, right? Yeah, there you go. So that's that aspect, and and this and that. But in any case, so without bashing the Western world And also, without bashing the the traditional world where I come from, uh, I think there is some balance that needs to be had, and that balance is hard to be found. Bermuda Triangle is where the fucking balance is, right? Isn't that what they say? Because this world, like the Western world, okay, it gives you a lot of freedom to do this and that, but then you can't really, unless you're a fucking robot like fucking Elon Musk, you can't really function. You can't really function properly unless you have like the input, You are, as a human being, you are supposed to have all these social interactions. If you don't have those, and you're trying to like be in your fucking closet and trying to invent whatever that fucking game or Twitter or the fuck it doesn't work. All right? It doesn't work for many people. And it hasn't worked for me because if it had, I would have fucking come up with something, some other fucking like Facebook 2.0, right? So I think with that, maybe should I? How long did I go on this fucking podcast? I'm sorry, I apologize. I think I went on and on. Just babbled and bashed the Western world. Well, yeah. For all of you who want to come to America, I mean, when I, okay, so this is where you're gonna go fucking nuts. All right. First 2 weeks in America are the fucking nuts. I'm not talking about, oh, you can have beer, you can have whatever. What the fuck, right? But then you realize, oh shit, this is not where I wanted to be. All right? This is not where, because this is the place where you're going to feel the most lonely. All right? The most fucking lonely on the entire fucking planet. America is the most lonely, and maybe Japan is, and then America. I think that's what it is. All right. I'm not saying that just because tonight I'm fucking lonely. I've been lonely for 22 fucking years, or whatever the fuck it is, right? All right. So I don't give a fuck. But that's what you're gonna feel. And you want to come to America? I mean, it's not easy. It's like a battle. It's a battlefield. I'm telling you. Uh, Especially for many of us, because it has been a battlefield for me, because I have been acting like a fucking soldier all this fucking time, and that what I have, so that's why I've survived. I fucking survived like a fucking soldier here. I'm not talking about America as like a fucking like a war zone is like fucking Afghanistan, but like socially, yeah, that's what it's like. You go to a fucking bar and people look at you. You go to a fucking bar here and people look at you and it's like as if you come from a fucking different planet. And I had to say to myself, what is this? Is this like a fucking moronic fucking bullshit, like fucking hell that I was not supposed to be in? Sometimes I feel that. I felt that many times. People who are not welcoming, that's what happens. It becomes a fucking battlefield. So that's how I have lived my life, as a fucking soldier. Yeah. So I don't want to picture a really extremely bad like picture of Western world, especially in America. But when it comes to loneliness, and when you're trying to socialize with other people, strangers, in these fucking venues, whatever the fuck these venues are, right? And then look at you as if you don't belong there. That what makes you a fucking soldier if you survive, and then you have to survive. I mean, listen, people fucking, look at you and people hate you for whatever, right? For your looks and whatever the fuck it is, they judge you, whatever, right? So if you're gonna give up, just because some fucking asshole said something to you, right? No, fuck all of that. Fuck all of that. All right, this is your country, but be a fucking soldier. Always be a fucking soldier, because that's how you're gonna survive. All right? If you don't become a soldier, you become a fucking maniac. No, no, no. Okay, so I think I went like all over the fucking place. I'm sorry, I apologize, but I had to do this because I spent a whole fucking month outside America, and I realized, oh fuck, what is this place? When I come back here, yeah, I have an apartment here. I have TVs and I can watch this fucking Netflix and what the fuck it is. But for what? By myself? What kind of a fucking life is this? Sometimes I feel that, and maybe that's what's that the feeling after I left my wife, and that's probably what it is. The separation. But then again, let me emphasize one more thing. All right, so if you are somebody who does not have a lot of friends, and who's coming to his or her home, right, every fucking night doing the same thing, then you are in like fucking in some weird sort of like lifestyle. You need to fucking you know you need to get the fuck out of that, because that's not you deserve a better life. You deserve a better life than this fucking bullshit. So I think oh shit, that's my fucking mantra. You deserve a better life than this. All right, than what you're doing, as far as if you are some sort of a cog in the wheel, right? Cog in the fucking, then you have to have a better life. You deserve a better life than this. And I think I'm going to close my podcast on that note. I'll see you all next week.